Saf,
Th-
and
This is David, yeah, and this is Goodness SA.
Goodness SA. Okay, so we decided to start this channel because we are from South Africa and we feel that Arsenal deserves a AFTV based in South Africa. Hopefully, one day it will turn into SA AFTV. We don't know. We'll
Mm.
see. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, we decided to start the channel to chat about matches that have passed, and today, obviously, as you know, Manchester United at home. David, what did you think about the game?
Well, I think the game was a bit, cagey, if I can say anything. It seemed like both teams didn't want to lose the game. It almost felt like I won't say a friendly game. It felt like, oh, let's not attack too much. We might be caught on the break. You know, there was something reserved, I feel, from both sides. The game wasn't
100%.
boring. The game wasn't
Yeah,
boring. It's just that it missed a little spark, man. You could see something
yeah.
was missing. Something definitely was missing.
100%. I think they both showed a little bit too much caution on both
Too much,
sides, and that,
too
that
much
showed
respect. I'll say
throughout the
too much
game.
respect.
Yeah, agreed. First and foremost, David, I've got one major issue with this game, and I don't know what your comments are on it. Um,
Mm.
Bruno Fernandes, how was that not a red card, dude? How the fuck was that not a red card? Not
Well,
even a booking. Not even a booking. It went to VAR and nothing came of it. How the hell? There was no ball in sight and still nothing. No booking, no red, no yellow. What the hell? Not even a foul.
it's very amazing how the referees are in the Premier League. They're very inconsistent, I feel. But I also feel like against us, we generally have bad decisions. I'm not a person to complain about referees and things like that. But he got lucky. I must say he was a very very lucky boy to
I'm
still
gonna
get the
ask you
place.
something. I'm gonna put something to you, David. Do you think that if that's any other player, that's a red?
I believe if it's not against Arsenal, that could be a red. And if it's not Fernandez, I believe that could be a red. I feel that he was he's a bit protected. He's a glamour boy, the star boy. So
Absolutely,
you get
absolutely.
such plays like that can't almost be touched. For example, if
Fit.
you look at
Mm,
Messi and Ronaldo, referees don't generally, would teach out a yellow card, even though they're not really dirty players, for example. But they have that a bit of fear, like, oh, if I do that, um, this is going to happen. The media will say this, will say that. I feel that's the same with Bruno Fernandes. He's a fantastic player, don't get me wrong, but he got away with one today. He got
yeah.
away with one big
Don't you
time.
think? Don't you think if they took him out of the game, then the game was basically done after that?
No, of course,
And
the
don't
referee
you
was
think?
prob- the referee was probably thinking. Referee was probably thinking, if I send him off now, it's going to change the whole complex of the game. He doesn't want to hold responsibility of being the one to almost like destroy. I won't say destroy a good game, but almost like put the benefits or put Arsenal in control of the driving seat, if I can put it that way. He should have just went with what he believes is the
Yeah.
right decision and given him the card. It's absolutely shocking, to say the least. Shocking.
Crazy, absolutely frustrating, and just a terrible, terrible decision by the referee. Having said that, though, I think that he wasn't really impacting the game at all.
No, no,
Um,
no.
uh,
That's
uh,
that
yeah,
that's Bruno for you. Bruno's a fantastic player, as I said. But if you look at against the top six, traditional top six in the Premier League since he's came to England, he's never really got a goal on assist in open play. That is, yes, he scored against Liverpool. That was the FA Cup. But in league form, he tends to fade away in these so-called bigger games. I mean, Xhaka
big,
had him in his
big
pocket.
matches.
Granit Xhaka, come on,
Absolutely,
seriously?
absolutely, absolutely. Very impressed with Xhaka today. I must say as well, while we're talking about the absence of Fernandes, Pogba was quite anonymous in the game as well. And this is a guy supposedly to be on top form once again, but I failed to see anything from Pogba in this game. What do you think?
Well, I feel that Man United against Arsenal, the last 5, 6 meetings, they failed to beat us either home or away. I think we have an edge over them over the last few years. I mean, last season when we won 2-0 was the same thing. At Old Trafford was the same thing when we won 1-0. It's just that when they play Arsenal nowadays, we just have this edge over them. And as you said, Pogba has been in fantastic form. I mean, he's been scoring long range goals, breaking lines, breaking in between the team's defense. Today, the midfield, even McTominay, before he got injured, they were actually not in the game at all. I mean, we defended really well, I must say, I just feel that if we had a bit more in attack, maybe if we had Kieran Tierney fit, maybe if we had Bakayo
Saka.
Saka, we,
Yeah,
we we will never know. I mean, the game was there to be won. The
yeah.
basic game was there to be
Agreed.
won.
100% agreed. I don't think we did too bad though. I was quite pleased with the performance, not necessarily the
The
result. I think
result.
we should maybe put the goal in there once or twice. Like I said, I had a phenomenal chance or two actually, but I'm pleased with the performance. Needless to say, and yeah, there was quite a few standout, surprising performances. David Luiz, what do
Definitely.
you think?
Definitely, David Luiz and Rob Holding at the back were immense. I feel like over the last 5, 6, 7 games, ever since the Christmas break, not the Christmas break, the Christmas period when we beat Chelsea 3-1, I feel
Yeah,
we've been more solid in defense. I mean, Rob Holding has played with Gabriel. He's looked very solid. Now David Luiz comes in, he looks solid. I mean, we've conceded
how
one
was
goal
his
in the
work
last six
rate?
matches. His
His
work rate
work
was
rate was insane.
was
The-
immense.
I didn't catch the last bit, but who got the king of the match, man of the match? Who got it?
I didn't see that either, but I would give it to a defender, to be honest. I'll give it
Yeah,
to either Rob Holding or I'll give it to David Luiz.
yeah.
But it
I
has to
think
be
David Luiz
defender back.
was in the running. That's what the one commentator was saying. Commentator was saying that he was in the running for man of the match, but I didn't stay tuned to see who got it. But anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, what do you think? We've got Wolves next at Wolves, and
Yes.
then we've got Villa next after that
Mm.
at Villa. So it's two tough fixtures.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's an
two
it's
tough
an
fixtures
interesting
up
running
ahead.
we have. It's an interesting running we have. I feel we have Villa off that. I think we have City in between that mix, and then
Yeah,
I think we have like the top eight from Tuesday until let's say the end of February. I think we play Leicester at
tough.
the end of February. So if we
That's a
can get
tough road.
through if we can get through those games, maybe with a couple of wins and maybe a few draws, then I'll be a bit more positive. But as I said, this let's just take it a game at a time. I mean, there's
Bro.
still major improvements. For example, I wasn't impressed with Thomas Partey's performance. It wasn't a bad performance, but he was just
It
giving
wasn't
the
really
ball, but
standout. Yeah,
he was giving the ball way too
yeah,
much. He was maybe trying too much. I mean, I think his standards are so high that if he performs a bit below his standards, it seems as if he's not at the top of his game. It
yeah,
was a average game from
yeah.
my
What
side. What
do
do
you
you
think
think?
about the substitution? What do you think about bringing Emil Smith Rowe off and bringing Odegaard on? Because in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, what I was more excited to see was that link up. The link
Mm-hmm.
up between ESR and Odegaard is
Oh
something
God.
that could have maybe created a goal
Mm,
or at least
mm,
created
mm.
more chances. But
Of
I felt
course.
like the sub was a little, I don't know, I didn't like the sub. I was actually waiting to see the link up between those two.
Of
And
course.
I was just
Of course.
surprised to see ESR walking off and then Odegaard coming on. He didn't really get much of the ball either. Um, but yeah,
Of course.
Willian halftime again. Willian is just nowhere at the moment for us. Eh? Really terrible.
That's
Yeah,
that was a surprise to
lackluster.
me because when I saw the halftime and I saw him coming on, I was like wondering, okay, who is he coming on for? And then I saw it's Martinelli. There had to be an injury, nothing else. It had to be an
Obviously, yeah,
injury. But I would have rather brought on maybe Odegaard and because he can play on the flank, probably play him on the right and play Paper on the left, and then
yeah.
keep ESR in the middle. Because William didn't really do much, to be honest. I mean, but
He
he
added
came
nothing.
close. I mean, he can't beat his players first and foremost. His deliveries were not that good, you know. Even though he had that one chance, if he was more confident, he would have actually hit that
Yeah, what was that?
first time.
Yeah, exactly. He hesitated, and then on top of that, to add insult to injury, he took a weak shot and was just
Oh
blocked
God.
out easily by Wan-Bissaka.
Mm,
So yeah, no, not too keen on seeing
oh,
Willian,
definitely.
play for us as often. What do you think about our front man over there, Lacazette? What do you think? What do you think
Um,
about
I,
his
I,
performance?
I think he worked hard as usual. He worked hard today, but I still feel that maybe his touches could have been a bit better. You know, he could have been in positions a bit better. I mean, he was fouled a lot in the game. For example, with the whole Maguire situation. You
Yeah,
know, that header. I think he had a decent game. It's one of
decent
his
game.
better games. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Lacazette. To be honest, I feel that he drops back too much into the midfield. We need somebody that will run in behind the defense. run after the ball. He comes back as a number 10 type of player. I mean, we have Emil Smith Rowe. No need for him to come back into midfield and support the play. He can just run in behind, and then Smith Rowe can just play those passes down the middle and
Absolutely,
open those
absolutely.
channels.
Because that's what we need. We need someone to feed that ball. We need someone to create space. We need someone to
Mm,
penetrate.
mm.
So yeah, I think ESR has a bright future, but I don't think we should put that much pressure
Too
on
much
him.
pressure,
Just
definitely. He's a
let him
20-year-old.
develop. Yeah, exactly. Let him ease into the role. Let's not force him,
Of
over pressurize the young guy. The same with
course.
Saka. Let them do their thing, but I don't think we should put that much pressure on them just yet.
No, no, definitely
They're
agree.
too young. They're too young. They can't carry the club at this stage. So it
No,
brings us
definitely.
back to our developmental areas.
Mm.
Like I said earlier, I'm pleased with the result and not the result,
The
sorry, the performance
performance.
based
Yes.
based on the fact that we didn't have Aubameyang, we didn't have
Didn't have
Saka, we
Saka,
didn't have Tierney.
Tierney.
Those are currently our star players along with
Yeah.
ESR, but we didn't
Mm.
have majority of them there. Based on that, we still came away with a draw at home. But the performance wasn't bad. I was okay with the
No,
performance. So yeah,
no,
yeah,
no, of course. Of course, you
yeah,
predicted, if I remember correctly, before we watched the game, we had a prediction thing.
yeah.
Predicted 2-1 to United. I was more in between the fence. I said a 1-1 draw, but then I was optimistic saying, okay, 2-1 Arsenal. I mean, I,
Yeah.
I I just didn't see us losing this game, to be honest. So, I mean, I think I kind of got got this
You
one
got it
correct,
right.
even though we didn't score,
Ah,
even though nobody
you got
scored.
it
I
right.
got the
That's
spot
cool.
on.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll take the point. So where does it leave us now on the log, David?
We are currently now eighth in the log. We are a point above Chelsea, but obviously Chelsea has a game in hand. I
Game in
think
hand.
Chelsea
Yeah.
I think Chelsea plays tomorrow. Yes, Chelsea are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean eighth place is not ideally where we want to be, but if we look at the last month or two, I'll say when we were close to the relegation zone, we were like 15th, 16th. I mean,
Yeah.
we
15.
all thought, oh, things are gonna go bad. I think we are slowly getting there. I mean, unbeaten in seven, what, 5 wins, 2 draws.
Yeah.
Not really bad. I mean, conceding only what, two
Incredible.
goals in that period.
Yeah.
We are slowly
Had
getting
we
there.
had we won today, we would have been on par with Spurs.
Yeah,
My
and
goodness.
Everton. And
Yeah,
Everton.
exactly.
Ev-
And Everton now as well after the
They
well, they
shocked.
lost today. Yeah,
Shocked.
but yeah, crazy defeat. But yeah, we would have been on par with those guys. And I mean, like you rightly said, wasn't too very long ago. We were 15th on the log. 15th on the log.
Arsenal Football Club.
So we pulled ourselves up nicely. So I think Arteta can take the pat on the back there. He's doing
Mm,
okay for now. I
mm,
still think there's more work to be done, a lot of work
of
to be
course.
done. But
Of
I think
course.
that we've got some good ingredients to go into
Mm,
into the into the mix now with Odegaard
mm,
coming in also.
of course.
Partey is there, Aubameyang will return, Tierney, Saka, ESR.
Of course.
Those guys are doing well,
Mm.
With Leno, me, I used to hate on Leno quite a bit, and you were
Yeah,
always
of
the one to
course.
protect him. And I'll
Yeah.
eat my words and I'll say, you know what, he stepped up quite a bit
So,
this season
so
and
far,
last
so
season for that matter. So yeah, I'm quite happy with where we are at the moment. So
no, 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 of course.
nice improvement. Yeah,
Let me pose a question to you, Seth.
yeah,
Who do you think we still need? Maybe if we were to sign a player now and you had any choice, who do you think we could still get to make us even, better? I know we are improving. Our young players can still improve. Our senior players need to step up. Pepe needs to step up. I mean, we spend so much money on Pepe. He definitely needs to step up. But who do you think we still need? I think we still need maybe another two or three players in certain positions. But for you, on your side, what do you think we need to, go that extra step, maybe to challenge? I won't say challenge for the league. Let's be realistic. We won't challenge for the league this
yeah.
season. Maybe not even next season. Maybe to compete to the, at least the top four. It's been a while since we've been in Champions League. It's been what, 4 years? Come on, that's a long time, man.
It all comes down to who's on our radar, number one, and number two. More importantly, I would say who can we afford, and number three, are we going to pay that money now for those players? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be spending a lot more than what we already have.
Hmm.
So that already limits us down. I don't really know who's on our radar right now. Other than I knew Odegaard was on the radar.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, so I'm not really sure. I think also that we shouldn't be confusing the team too much right now. I think we're on
Yes,
a
of
good
course.
footing. So
Yes,
I just feel like the guys currently just need to click, find that
yes,
groove,
of course,
run with that groove, and just
of
kind
course.
of maintain what they're doing right now. And I think
No,
we'll be okay. We might just end up in top six, maybe challenge for top four, maybe. But I think that we can pull off a top six with our current team if everybody just pulls their weight
no,
and
of
adds in their but earn their keep, so to speak. So yeah,
no,
that's what
no,
I
of
think. I
course.
don't know.
No,
Yeah.
no,
What do you
of course.
think?
I agree with you in everything that you're saying. I think top six is realistic because last season we missed out on that. I mean, it was the first time ever. We've been supporting Arsenal, me for like 15 years, you for almost 20 years, and you've
Yep.
never seen Arsenal finish below sixth. And even the sixth position, I think we only reached sixth and fifth like three times in those 20 years.
This
And
is
then
the thing.
now,
This is the thing that we used to hate on Wenger so badly towards the end of his career with us.
mm,
But that man kept us in the Champions League for how many years? For a decade plus. You know,
imagine
it's insane that we are talking about Arsenal fighting to be in top
top
six. It's
six.
insane. It's insane.
Amazing. It's
To think that
amazing how
it's the same
things have
club.
changed.
It's the same club that had the Invincibles reign
Mm,
over the Premier League. We had star players. I'm not saying that Aubameyang isn't a star, but
of course,
we've had some massive names. Arguably, the best players in the Premier League come
of
from
course.
Arsenal. You know,
I've
Robert
agreed.
van Persie. We've got obviously
Thierry
Henry,
Henry, Bergkamp,
Bergkamp, Overmars.
this on.
I mean,
Mm,
come on, dude. This is Arsenal. This is Arsenal. It's a massive club.
I know.
It's just a shame to be sitting here talking to a fellow fan, um, talking about top six. So I feel that we've got some work to do. But
Uh,
yeah, only the future will tell us. It's a crazy league as well, David.
That's definitely this season. It's
Kind of
been very
wide open.
surprising. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I mean,
City
nine
City is
leaders.
doing the business.
I mean, nine leaders in what in the season? I think it's a record they mentioned. I mean, nine teams were
Crazy.
on top of the log at least for 24 hours or
Yeah.
any other game this season. That's wow.
It's crazy, but I think City is going to pull that gap now eventually. They're
No,
looking
no,
just
definitely.
strong.
Oh,
So, yeah,
definitely. I mean, the defense has improved immensely from, last season they lacked that, that major factor at the back, that force,
agreed.
rather say.
Yeah,
They have Diaz. They're not conceding goals. Yes, they're not scoring as many goals as they've scored in the past, but the thing is, if they don't concede goals, they have a better chance of scoring even one goal to get all 3 points.
absolutely,
I'll
absolutely.
put my money on them. I mean, I think they
Yeah.
look like a solid team right now. I
For
mean, they're
me,
not prone to counterattacks anymore. So totally.
what makes them so strong, and
Yes.
what gives them the opportunity and ability to steamroll through teams is the fact that they've got so many goal scorers in their team. They
Exactly.
anybody can score a goal there. They are so spoiled for choice that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I think that's the little feather in the cap that they can have there. That they've
Mm.
got a number of goal scoring players, whereas with
Yes.
us,
Yes. We have one or two
very
strikers forwards. We don't
very
really have
very
midfielders
different.
that score. We don't
Yeah,
have midfielders that run in behind, that can
exactly.
break the line and score. I mean, our midfielders
Yeah,
probably have like one or two goals in between them. It's very
yeah.
sad.
But I suppose we also don't have a blank checkbook that we can just
Of course, of course. I mean, we can't just go out there and demand 200 million to go into the
exactly.
market.
We don't have that oil money, unfortunately.
Oh,
Okay.
how I wish we had an
Yeah.
owner that could just
Yeah.
come to us and be like, I want to buy Arsenal Football Club. I mean, put in the bid, sell the club,
Yeah. That
invest in
would
the
be
club. Then we can actually see what we can do when we can actually, not that we don't spend money, but the money the team from Manchester spends is just ridiculous in this day and
yeah.
age.
Look,
Ridiculous.
we have spent a few pennies on
Yes,
some
exactly.
players,
Last
and
few
I
years.
feel I feel that no return on investment as yet, bar Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
phenomenal for us. But I mean, Pepe,
So
I don't know.
millions, a lot of money.
Lacazette, I think Giroud was a better striker, unfortunately, than
No, no,
Lacazette.
no, definitely. I think we underestimated Giroud to say the
Agreed.
least.
Yeah.
I say we gave him a bit too much slack. We thought,
Yep.
oh, Giroud is. We called some of us called him a donkey, I
Yeah.
wasn't his biggest fan, to be honest. But if I look back down the years and look at his record, the guy actually done a lot for us. I mean,
Yep.
better than our current striker is. Like I said, that is
Yeah.
Aubameyang.
He
Is
was a
I'm
killer
counting
with
him
his
as a
head
keeper.
as well,
That's
which we don't
that's
have.
what we lack. I mean,
Who is
we are playing
exactly
we are playing crosses in the box, but then we
and who
don't have that physical presence to get that
exactly
ball.
exactly who's doing what? Who's doing what with it? Nothing. No one's doing anything with it. We're not even scoring with our feet, let alone our head. So yeah,
Amazing.
we do miss that. But yeah, let's see what the coach has in store for us, man. I'm optimistic that we
Hmm.
can land in top six, but let's keep on keeping on.
Now we'll see. What are your predictions for Tuesday in terms of the lineups? Maybe we can do score prediction. Maybe it's too soon, but I think Tuesday is near. Tuesday is 3 days from now. So what do you think the
Yeah,
lineup will be? Will you rotate since we
I
played
think
tonight?
I think he brings Odegaard in a lot sooner than the. What did he come in on the
80th minute?
80th 80th minute? I think he comes on a lot sooner this time. Maybe even at
Hmm.
half time. Will he
Hmm.
start? I don't think. I don't know.
I
Maybe
doubt
not.
it as well.
But yeah, I think he'll keep a similar lineup. I'm interested to hear what the injury is with Martinelli.
Mm.
I'm not sure when Aubameyang is back. I'm not sure what is the severity of Saka's injury. Do you know?
Saka had a hip problem. I'm hoping
He,
it's just
that's it.
a minor problem because your hip, you need your hip to like run and like jump and things like that. I
Obviously,
think they were
yeah,
just being careful with him. I mean, he's played a lot of games. He's a young boy. We don't wanna, force him into things. Don't play him for the sake of, just playing him. I hope he'll be fit. If he's fit and Aubameyang is back, because Aubameyang is on a quarantine. He was in Gabon to take care
yeah.
of his sick mom. That's why he missed the last few games. I don't know how long quarantine period is. I think it's 10 days in the UK, 5 to 10 days. So he
Okay,
might still miss Tuesday. But if Saka is back, I will play Saka on the right. I'll keep Paper on the left, like
yeah.
I said.
I also
Smith
like
Rowe.
that. Yeah,
I think similar team and plus Saka. Saka must come in for who played on the
Midfield.
wing, Martinelli, if he's injured.
Yeah.
That'll be my change.
Let's hope that's how it goes. All
No,
right, David. So let's conclude on this episode. Let's thank the guys for staying and watching a our first episode on Goodness
mm,
SA,
mm,
and hopefully we'll get some likes and subscribers on this video and channel, and we'll
mm.
obviously grow from
No,
episode to
of course,
episode and from match to match.
of
So, yeah,
course, of course. Let's hope we receive the love we deserve. Even though we're
of
Arsenal
course,
fans, we still need some love.
yeah. Let's get some love in South Africa as well. Come on, guys.
Ah, spread
Um,
the love.
yeah. Okay, David. So we'll catch up again after the next match on Tuesday, and we'll take it from there. Bud, thanks for thanks for
Definitely,
the good follow up on the match.
no problem. You must keep safe through, my guy. Definitely,
Cool,
definitely. I'll see you on Tuesday evening.
cool, my brother. Take it easy.
All right, all
Goodness
right.
for life.
Stay blessed. Stay
Cheers,
blessed.
buddy.
Goodness.
Hey, bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.